Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Pisces for July 2023. Keep in mind that these are just general readings and they will not resonate with all of you. Only keep the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Take a look at all of your signs to get a clear picture of what's going on in your life. Also, all my readings are timeless, so regardless of the timestamp, whenever you hear this is when it's right for you. Alright, and this also is for cross watchers. So if the story sounds like it's you, it's probably you guys. Alright. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about with my dear Pisces gang. Let's see. They don't feel ready yet. Sorry, guys. I already meditated for a really long time, and I've already been shuffling these for a minute. Actually, let's take those. Okay. Alright, so I'm hearing that you're contemplating something very deeply. You're like on the fence about it. You feel like, and I think you're dealing with an air sign. You're deeply contemplating if this person that you used to be involved with was even part of the universe's plan. You're wondering, now that you're away from this person, you feel so much more like stable, balanced, and you feel like you've developed a new perspective. You feel like I'm hearing loudly that you feel like there's no such thing as the right person for you. I'm getting a lot of messages about how we all have different paths that we can take, different timelines that we can take. And sometimes on that particular path, it's a different person. It's a different soulmate teaching you a different lesson. So you're starting to realize that whoever this person was, this air sign that taught you many, many lessons, was just one of the many paths you could have taken. For a while, or for a very long time, I hear, for some of you, many years, you thought that this was the only path you could take. But Spirit is saying that there's many, many paths that you could have taken, and you just chose this path to walk on with this particular person. It didn't mean that it wasn't divinely guided, because all roads lead to Rome, I heard in my head. No matter what path. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever had those books when you were a kid, where you get to pick different outcomes. That's kind of how it works in real life. Like, oh, if you pick this path, this will happen, or if you pick that path, that'll happen. But in the long run, at the end, it's still the same story, same ending. It's just that you can learn different lessons along the way. All right. And this particular person, this air sign, was a lesson that was divinely guided. You don't think that it was, but it was. It was divinely guided. It was part of your journey. You had many paths. You still have many paths on this journey, many different lessons that you need to learn. And this particular lesson was a hard lesson. You did pick one of the hardest roads that you could have picked. But I'm hearing that now that you've changed your perspective and changed your mind about this person, you can actually see a path without them. So this could have been someone that you were with for a really long time, or someone that was just in your life for a really long time, teaching you lessons. And a lot of lessons I've heard of self-worth, self-love, boundaries, how to say no. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of lessons this person taught you. And it was very difficult for you to say no to this person to begin with. So I can understand why they brought this person into your life. And now you feel like you've beat this. You've gotten away from this person. You finally learned your lesson. You finally had enough of whatever they were giving you. All right, let's see what else we get, guys. All right, my dear fishies. Yeah, and this is what you've developed now. This is the new perspective that you have. When you were with this person back here, you felt like you were cursed. You felt cursed. You felt cursed because you couldn't get away from them no matter how much time. And it seemed that way for a really, really long time. I still keep hearing that some of you were with this person for a really long time. I'm hearing about how they would keep you like in a lesson, like in a loop, like in a lesson, and you would just have to, like, it was like a hard knocks relationship, guys. You were like in some deep sense of scarcity because this person was always pulling away from you. They were always giving you like breadcrumbs. And before this person, you didn't really have a scarcity mindset, or maybe you weren't aware that you had a scarcity mindset. It's going to be different for all of you guys. Take the message that resonates. Don't try to make this story fit if it's not yours. But this person was trying to teach you something about being okay with not having. Basically being okay with being alone or not having like other people around you to support you. There was part of a lesson about how sometimes you're not meant to walk with people on your journey. Sometimes you're meant to walk alone. And that was something that was hard to change your perspective about. You had a different perspective. You thought that you were supposed to walk with someone your journey. You've been fed all this stuff from the time that you were a child, that you're supposed to have a partner, you're supposed to live happily ever after, and this fairy tale story. And you feel like for a long time in your life you felt like an outcast because you didn't have your significant other or that person that you thought you were going to be with, and it just didn't seem to work out with this air sign because you weren't meant to be with them. Of course, now you know that, but in the past you thought that you were the failure. You thought that it was all your fault, that you couldn't make it work, when indeed this person had a very big heavy hand in what was going on. They, when I read about these kinds of relationships where people love each other and they just cause like unnecessary drama, it's because I think most of the time you're both not ready for a commitment. And when it just gets too real, it's like you guys cause conflict in the relationship on purpose, right? Exactly. So you guys would marry each other a lot. I'm hearing that this relationship was super complicated. It was something that really never came to culmination. It was like a situationship. Some of you lived far away from this person, and you could have been involved or entangled with this person for years and nothing ever came of it. And I'm hearing that title of that movie, Always Be My Maybe, right? But because there was something that was always keeping you away from this person couldn't offer you the stability or the kind of love that you were looking for, because this person was also afraid of commitment as much as you were. And we always attract people that are very similar to our own vibrations, and they're going through the same things. So I'm not surprised that this person was also had a huge fear of commitment and was always like staying two steps ahead of you, like always playing the game, always never getting close, always running away anytime you guys got close. It was a lot of back and forth, push and pull, a lot of should I stay or should I go with both of you. One foot in, one foot out of the door. So this relationship was never stable. It was always keeping you on your toes, always like you thought about this relationship 24/7. It like consumed your life because you were always trying to find a way to make it stable and make it work when this person wasn't offering that to you. And It took you a long time to detach yourself from this person. You thought, like, at the beginning of the story, right? You thought that this was your only path that you could take, and you realized that it's not. But that took you years of pain. And, for those of you that are still in the thick of it, at least you know that this is a timeline that you're on, a timeline where you will heal yourself, and you might have some kind of baptism through fire, like just learning just a lot of epiphanies, learning a lot of the things that this person did to you were wrong. And when you tell people, like, the stories, like, you tell people, oh, they did this, they did that, you didn't realize back then how awful it was. When you start telling the story to people and people gasp and they're like, what? They did what? You you're a you feel a bit of shame. You feel for not knowing better because you think you're intelligent, but that has nothing to do with it, guys. Some manipulators are so good at making you think that what they're doing to you is fine, and it is not your fault because you love this person. You would never think that they would be doing that, just manipulating you. So it was a lot of things. It wasn't because you're stupid or not smart, because I keep hearing that, guys. Stop saying that to yourself. It had nothing to do with you being smart or not smart enough. This person was just very manipulative, and they were very, very good at manipulating you. They knew exactly what to say to you. They knew exactly how to contort situations, make things your fault, make things your idea. This person was really, really good at making you think that some decisions that you made were your own when they secretly had a hand in it. Wow, this person is a piece of work. But you've gotten over this already on this leg of the journey. It's like you've already left this behind. You're having a hard time. You're like struggling with getting your balance, or should I say keeping your balance. I'm getting that you're having a hard time keeping your balance, and you don't really believe that this is available for you anymore. Not anymore. I don't know why it came out like that. Only, if you're resonating with the story, only you'll know. You feel like, and it's funny because this person is thinking about you too. So it might have to do with the Mercury retrograde right now. I think there's a Mercury retrograde or a Venus retrograde that's making you think about this old past love. And this person is also thinking about you, and they're wondering if you guys could ever have any kind of stability. And it sounds like you guys are reminiscing a lot about one another, because I'm feeling that this is like a relationship that was very, I hear, far gone in the past, over and done with, something that you thought was never going to come back. And it's funny. I'm also getting that it's funny. You think it's funny that you're even thinking about this relationship when nothing ever came of it. It was just like a lot of games and manipulation. And I heard simulation. I don't know why that came out. Only you guys will know. A lot of just pretending. A lot of pretending. And not by you. By this person. Pretending to be something they're not. Tricking you into thinking that they're the best, and you really had nothing to compare it to. For those of you that live far away, because you don't know them, you don't know their family, you can only, or their friends, or their environment, you could only go by what they tell you. So it was very hard for you to, I hear that some of you found out who they really were, or found out that who they told you they were, they really weren't. I don't know why it's coming out like that, guys. But I'm getting a few stories. Like, some of them would say that they had this kind of job, and that they were like, had all this money and had this kind of luxury apartment. I don't know. It's just like they made it seem like they had more than that they really had for some of you, or that they were nicer than they really were. And I hear that some of you actually met up with these people, for some of you that were long term. And when you met them, something seemed really, really off. It didn't match the person that you thought you were talking to. So that set off a lot of alarms, but you really loved this person and you thought that's who you were supposed to be with. So you kind of like buried all those red flags, and You just wanted this person so bad, none of those red flags mattered. And it's funny that this person is feeling the same. That's interesting. They're thinking back and wondering if you guys can fix this or be together again. I think it has a lot to do with the Mercury retrograde, guys. This back and forth of, can we make this work again? Can we have stability? Can we fix this? Let's see. And I hear that there was a lot of like outside forces that were meddling in your relationship, especially with these two together right here. I mean, I'm hearing that there was like family members or friends that didn't want you guys together, or your friends telling you that this person doesn't treat you right. I mean, with the 2 3s right there was definitely third party influence. And I'm thinking that a lot of the influence had to do with your friends on you, telling you that this person doesn't respect you, that they don't love you, that they don't treat you right, that they're never coming through, that you've only seen them once, you've only met them once, they barely call you, they barely contact you. And on their side, it feels like it was the same. That's weird. Okay. I think it's because this person was lying, and it makes it seem like you were the one that was messing up. It's like this person was always looking for sympathy from other people, so they would just like use your relationship. Like the things that you would complain about, they would complain to other people. This person's interesting. This person's weird. They really need a lot of attention. That's so weird to use your story to gain sympathy from other people. The only reason why you do things like that, this person would do things like that, would be to manipulate others. Like, oh, poor him, his ex or his current girlfriend doesn't treat him right. And oh my goodness, this person's I heard a job. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. I almost choked on my own spit. Getting so excited what I'm saying. I'm going to have to mute this for a minute while I choke and cough. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so there was a lot of interference. I'm also hearing like a mother figure or his family or his sister. Someone whispering in his ear that this could never work out. But this person's a piece of work on their own. But their family is also, or maybe it's either or for some of you guys in your story, that their family were the ones that were awful. They're the ones that were meddling and trying to keep you guys apart. So let's see. I mean, with that card right there, this definitely can be fixed. Especially for those that it was an outside force, that it wasn't your person that was being deceptive. It was outside forces that was making them act the way that they were acting. Basically, like their third party friends or their families putting ideas and thoughts of you not being faithful, or you being with other people because they could see like your Insta, or they would see the pictures that you post just because you're very friendly or just have a lot of friends and you go out a lot. I don't know, something like that. Also because this person has a family that thinks that you should be at home and like not do nothing because you're involved with them. That's crazy. I wonder what kind of stories your persons would tell them. This person's not really going to come forward and apologize for their bad behavior anytime soon. You might have to resolve this on your own inside of you. Like, I'm hearing that a lot of you don't talk to this person anymore. So that's why I'm thinking that Mercury retrograde thing is what is making you think about this person that did you wrong in the past, somebody that you were with for a really, really long time. And I'm hearing the meddling thing again, about family members meddling, friends meddling, someone meddling in you guys' relationship. And I think that's for the ones that are gonna probably try to work this out. There was a lot of meddling, but there's still a lot of forces that are keeping you guys apart. This person still has their family whispering in their ear, but that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to get healthy and to heal. With this mirroring card right here, and this stability and rebuilding, this is telling me that when you guys heal, if you guys heal, which is going to take a while, and I don't think it's on your part, Pisces, I think it's on your person's part, that they're going to take a while to realize that these things that were meddling in your relationship, they weren't real. They weren't about you. They were about him and his insecurities, and his family and his friends would dig into that insecurity. So it's going to be a long time before this person comes back and apologizes. By the time they come back, you'll be fully healed though, and you'll be able to make the decision if you want this person back in your life or not. At that time, when they do come back, because it's not a matter of if they come back, guys, they will come back. Okay, it's going to take a while. For those of you that are waiting, don't put your life on hold. Okay, that's what the card is saying. Don't put your life on hold for this person. This person is going to take them a while to realize that they were being manipulated by their family or their friends and telling you lies, because either they wanted them to themselves, or they didn't want them. They didn't want the air sign that I saw. They didn't want that air sign to end up with someone like you. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing whole kinds of things. Something about a family thing. Something about different backgrounds, having different religions, coming from different societies. I mean, there was a lot of clashing. I'm thinking that a lot of you, their family was a big part of why this didn't work, right? But like I said, this was still a lesson about self-worth, about love, about walking away someone that you really loved but couldn't accept you, wanted to change everything that you were about just so their family would accept you, or their friends would accept you, or that you would fit into this mold that you just aren't. Pisces, you're free spirit, you're free loving, you march to your own beat. You're just very different than this person is, and that's why they're so drawn to you, because you're so magical. I don't even know how to explain it, guys. I'm getting so many things in my head about your personality. You're bubbly and magical, and I'm just getting all these beautiful images of bright light and smiles and glowing, and you're the kind of person that you come into the room and everybody lights up. You just make friends really easy. This is very intimidating to this person. I think that when they met you, they didn't realize how bright your light is. Of course, they were attracted to your light, which is so, what's the word? Ironic, right? But they didn't realize that everybody could see that light. And I think that this person has a really hard time dealing with that light. So when their families start to sway them, or their friends try to sway them that you're not the right person for them, they want to listen because they feel so insecure and so inferior to you. Wow. That's interesting, guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take out one more card and close out the reading. But yeah, when this person decides to come back, and like I said, guys, do not wait around for this person, because who knows how long it's going to take them to be able to break away from their family or these friends or whatever this. I heard for some of you, it could have been some kind of substance abuse, addiction, that they need to break away from. Everybody's going to have a different story, so take it as it resonates. But there's something about how when you heal is when they're going to show up. Okay, let's see. one more card. Oh no. Hold up. My cards got mixed up. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's take this one right here. Right, but it's going to be a while with that Ace of Wands, and that makes absolute sense. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Forbidden. Okay, well, that makes so much sense. This person, his family or her family, whoever this is, they don't want them with you. So that's why it's going to take a while for them to get back to you. I don't know when they're going to have the strength or the balls to like put their foot down and be like, no, you're not going to choose who I'm with. I'm going to be with who I want to be with. So, and that's for some of you. The storylines for those of you that resonate with that story is, that one is the more that's more that blah, blah, sorry, I'm getting all tongue twisted. That story is the one that has the highest percentage of getting back together. Like when you heal, when both of you heal. I heard when one of you heals, so this person can heal before you. But the point is that you guys can't come back together until you heal. But when you do come back together, there will be a new passionate beginning, and all these. Let's read this card, right? So you guys will know what I mean. All these differences, right? And it's so funny that was at the bottom of the deck, guys. All these differences, family, friends don't approve. Exactly, y'all. Thank you, Spirit. I love it when Spirit confirms like that, but that's what we've been talking about. Their families and friends don't approve of you. They think that you're just too different from whatever. And I'm telling you that some of you even come from a different class, different race, different religion. It's something really big that you guys don't think is big because of how much you love each other. But everybody in your life, for you and whoever this person is for you, says otherwise, that you guys can't be together. They don't approve. But when you guys finally come back together, look at this. You guys are not going to care. You guys are not going to care who approves. And I believe that for some of you, this is the lesson. To come together regardless of what anybody thinks. And I think that when you guys heal these inner demons and these toxic behaviors of listening to what other people, like trying to fit in, kind of like, how do I explain it? Kind of to fit into like social norms or into what you were brought up in, that is a big one. Okay, so I think that is a lesson that both of you guys are going to have to learn. I mean, there's a lot of lessons for all of you. Only you will know your story and know which lesson is yours. But it could be all the lessons combined. It could be a few. It could just be this one about not worrying about what other people think, and breaking the mold and breaking away from your friends and your family, and doing what's best for you guys, and having this new beginning and leaving all this crap in the past. All right, my dear Pisces, I hope that helped all of you out there. I really appreciate you guys being here today. I so appreciate you guys still having my back, because I swear I am having such a hard time getting out of bed these days, these planetary shifts. I am super highly sensitive, guys, so I apologize if I'm not getting these out as fast as I can, but I am trying my best, y'all. And I want to say that I am so honored and so blessed to be able to connect with so many of you. And I am so happy that I can still actually do this for you guys, because whew, these energies, boy, I know you guys are going through it too. So take care of yourselves, get enough sleep. I should be telling this to myself. Drink, stay hydrated, y'all, and stay positive, because everything on this journey is just an experience, okay, guys, and lessons we need to learn to level up, and I'm here for it. Okay, guys. Well, it was really good that you guys came today to listen to me, and I'm getting all tongue-tied, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Bye.